I want to go over burning of the phoenix in order to rise from the ashes, also known as shadow work, as dark night of the soul, going through the dark night of the soul. I'm Diana Pascos, emotional freedom coach and energy healer. Doing your inner work is one of the most important things you're ever going to do, your shadow work. And when you're going through a dark night of the soul or the burning of the phoenix in order to rise from the ashes, which is, I think, one of my favorite ways to put it, that's when you're really going through some intense, deep shadow work. Something huge is really coming to the surface in order to be released. And it's a big piece because it's not fun. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is not fun. And I recently went through one. I've been through others, and it was like hell. It really was like hell. I felt like I was in hell. I was even praying for mercy. And I would do it all over again because the results of it are incredible. You see, when there's a part of you that needs to die off, it can be painful. And that usually starts with a desire that you already have. So at some point, you, when you're going through this stuff, made a request to God, to the universe, to whatever it is that you pray to, for something different, something more, something beyond where you're at now, a way to live, a way to be. Majority of the time, it's not only something external, it comes with a feeling. So when you're really feeling that what you want to create or what you want in your life that is bigger and is in the highest good for all, things will start to play out. And if there's a part of you that needs to die off in order to get there, you're going to go through the burning of the phoenix in order to be reborn, in order to live what you desired. Because the way you're being now, what's happening now, won't work with where you want to go. This way of thinking, this way of being, the fears, the limiting beliefs in the subconscious that's creating the same patterns over and over and over again is not going to take you here. Okay? The universe, God, they're here to support you. Life is happening for you, not against you. Even though that's hard to believe sometimes. I get it. Um, so in order to get here though, you need to go through this. This part needs to be healed, needs to be released, needs to burn down in order to get to here. Okay? And it's part of your work to co-create with the universe, to create with source. You need to do your part. So a lot of the times the universe will give you, well, there'll be divine guidance or a divine intervention where certain things will happen on purpose in order to take you to this place where you got to do something about this now. It's going to show up in your face. It's going to be thrown right at you. And if you take that opportunity, because it is an opportunity to go through it in order to release it, in order to go through that burning, you will create that with which you desired and you requested with the creator, with source. Okay? You got to play your part. You're co-creating with source. Okay? It's not all on source. It's not just, one way. You got to co-create together. And this part is just limiting beliefs that are not even yours. Okay, that are not even true. They feel true, they feel real. We can sit there and find evidence of it because we created it, but it's not actually even real. Okay, and it needs to die off in order to have that rebirth. Um, what do I want to add? It is painful. There's nothing wrong with the pain. Okay, we do live in a world where there is duality. There's pain, and then there's pleasure. There's different sensations. They're all of it, right? Um, at the same time, in order to have one, you need to have the other, right? In order to experience this, you need to experience the other part too. Now, you don't want to stay in there. You don't want to just sit there and stay in the pain. Once you're done, you don't need to keep going back there. I know I had learned, I kept going back there. Even though I had already released something, I'd always go back there for some reason, right? Those are some other beliefs as well that come up, right? Of being in a great space. So you don't want to repeat those patterns. It is painful, but be gentle with yourself while you're doing it, while you're going through it. The heavier ones usually do take you to the next level. So the deeper it is, the darker it is, the more intense it is, it just catapults you right up to the next level. The most recent two that I recall, which is the latest one, and then one a couple of years ago I went through. Um, next level. That's what I found. Unfortunately, the deeper, the next level I would go. Okay. And it was time. I had already done so much work leading up to it. It was time to just finally have that last piece to die off. The universe is listening. You made a desire, you made a request, the universe is listening. So that even showed me, for me, when I went through mine, that the universe listened. The universe really is trying to get me where I want to go, where I need to go, because it is in alignment with the greater good of all. It is in alignment with my soul. So, step number one is making the request, feeling that request. And a lot of times you're not so much even aware you're making such a deep request because you're just in there, you're feeling it, you're feeling the contrast, the opposite of what you want. You're feeling that you're like, I don't want to live like this anymore. This is what I want, and you feel it, and boom, universe hears you. And then boom, things will start to happen. Pieces will start to come together. And you got to do your part as well. You need to do the co-creation as well. Be part of that co-creation. Okay, and releasing, looking within, being real with yourself, um, without any judgment. And that's number two, is looking at yourself in the mirror and being real with who this character has been, who this character um, has been acting like, being, all of that. You want to get real with it, okay, without any judgment and with love and compassion, okay? Love and compassion, please, no judgment. And it makes it so much easier to really just look, right? Three, then allow the release. Allow no distractions, TV, online, anything, um, pretty much anything. Do not distract yourself. Don't sit there scrolling, playing games, blah, blah, blah with the phone. That's all distraction to keep you away from really what is. Okay? Allow the release. And then from there, you're free. Okay? It releases. And you come back into your power, into your alignment. When your heart and your mind are aligned and you let go of that stuff and you really align, That is your power. And these two come together. And when you start to release those patterns, when you allow that part of you that's not even real to just die off, you then really become the phoenix that rises from the ashes in order to be ashes. I said, did I say that properly? Ashes in order to be reborn.